Ladies and gentlemen, traders, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing great today. As we always say about the disclaimer, just please acknowledge the fact that this webinar is for training and educating purposes only. There is no intention to provide any personal or financial advices. And today I will start a bit different, I can say, than I usually do. I would prefer to go straight to the charts and then we come back to read the news. So let's start with the pound against the dollar. And hello, guys. Hello. Let's have a look here. So pound against the dollar. Yesterday, we had this nice bearish engulfing candle right at this resistance, although we said that the US dollar is bouncing from support. What does it mean? That we can see a strengthening in the dollar and we can see some weakness in the currency pairs like the euro, like the AUD, like the pound, of course. Here we are at the level of support, so maybe we have to be a bit cautious about that. All right. As we already mentioned in the previous webinars, we are in some trades. We are holding some trades against the dollar. Also today, for intraday purpose, I see that the euro can help us to get into some short plays. What I would like to see based on the yesterday's close, that shooting start, I would like to see today this lower low. It's nice on the bounce. Earlier this morning, we had this correction with this inverse, with this hammer, but inverse shooting star, let's say, or hammer at resistance. So the market, it's just fall. Now, traders, we didn't make a new low. We didn't create a lower low. So in our rules is when we have higher highs, we don't sell. We need to go with the momentum. This one here, it's a higher low. It's a high high. There is no reason for us to look for shorts. What I would like to see ideally, especially for intraday, and that's an intraday method, I would like to see a new low, lower low, and then on a correction, we are all in to go to the short. Like an example, we mentioned on the yesterday's webinar, here it's the dollar against the Japanese yen. We were here at this resistance. We would like to find ways to get into the short side. Ideally, I would prefer to find some intraday plays. Yesterday, we were there. And we said on the 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart, 15-minute chart, we would like to sell it. So the market, by the time we had this webinar, the market was right here. So after this impulse move, the entry was there and not here. Why not here, traders? Simply because the market didn't register lower lows and it just kept going to lower highs. And in the Telegram, I put a post 30 minutes later and I mentioned clearly that we are still bearish on that, but we want to see the market creating lower lows before we start looking for corrections to sell it. The market didn't create that. It saved us from many bad trades. I hope nobody got involved into these trades. Today, it looks very choppy. It's moving in a very inconsistent way. USD against the CHF. Of course, we will look to buy at some point, But as I explained the pattern yesterday, this is at the beginning of a development of this round bottom. And if we're going to break this trend line resistance, we can see a formation of cup and handle, and it's a bullish. It has very bullish implications. I will definitely say that if we're going to break outside of this trend line resistance, traders, the definite next area I will see the market going in somewhere here, somewhere in this area, and that's where I'm looking to trade. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let's move on. Australian dollar against the US dollar. We took some trades right here after this dodgy candle. Now I'm still bearish. I'm waiting for also intraday plays to add to this position. So that's a nice lower low here. We'll see what is going to happen. Keep an eye around this area. Maybe the price will push a little bit more, and then we can find some shorts. New Zealand against the US dollar. At this resistance area, we ideally would like to sell it, but it looks like there are more clear pairs. Also, due to the spread, I would prefer to stay with the pound, with the euro, with the Australian dollar. USD against the Canadian dollar. Some people asked on the yesterday's webinar, should we short this one? And I believe it has some room to move to the upside before we look for shorts. First time here, good morning, and it's a pleasure and honor to have you traders in this live webinar. Here at Admirals, as I mentioned many times, the team and myself, we put a lot of effort to deliver the content to you on a daily basis. We are here. All right. When we find opportunities, we definitely take them. We also do live market analysis, of course. We talked about the yen. We are still bearish. We want to clear outside of this area before we start looking for shorts. We come lower low here. If we come in correction, healthy correction, based on the strategy we say so many times, then we look to sell it. Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. So we have our area of waiting for the market to come all the way here. However, anything can happen in a strong trending market. If this will be the beginning of a strong trending market, we definitely going to see some continuation from this point onwards. And for those who are new here, the reason I use moving average is because some traders here, they like to trade with moving average, some others not. For me, the 50 with the red color and the 200 with the green color exponential moving average, they are trend filters and nothing more. I don't look necessarily to initiate trades because the price is at moving averages, but as we know, they tend to be a good support and resistance for the price when it touches them. Euro against the Japanese yen, it's a bit choppy. This one here, the market consolidates. So it didn't come all the way to retest the resistance, so we don't know where the limit orders are. Usually at this area here for this market, we see many order blocks, so we can assume that at every level here we have sell limit orders, but we trade what we see and not what we think. That's what my mentor used to say all the time, and I remember it very well. So pound against the Japanese yen, it's sideways here, nothing to, good morning Cherry, nothing to do with that. CHF against the Japanese yen, again we broke outside of this trend line. And I don't like when I see trend lines break out and the markets, they don't register a new high in the prices. That's what I don't like. So I'm staying away of this market. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen, it performs a bit weak, and we are holding a trade on the Canadian dollar, but we will see what's going to happen. So here, a level of resistance, it's this one. A strong level of resistance is this one here. We will see what the market will do. Gold, finally, we start some serious retracement. So here is our trend line support. This area, the market might become here, might not. For gold today, there is still some room to the downside. At the least for intraday traders, we are trying to come and reach this area here. 5-minute charts. Fifteen-minute charts, we are right at this support. So traders, for today, if the price break below this support, then we're going to look for retracement, because there is a fairly good room to move until the bottom. But right now we are currently at this support, and at support we buy and we don't sell, but we buy in terms of the content, the big picture, not just because it's at support, and especially an intraday 15-minute chart support, then we're going to go and blindly buy. We don't do that. I believe we can see some kind of double bottom formation. We can maybe see some retracement up to this area. Keep an eye on this area, and maybe it's going to push the downside. If we're not going to break by the London Open this support, and we're going to start doing the retracements at this area here, maybe we're going to have some rejections, and that's where I'm looking to sell and take profits down there. Crude oil on the daily chart, it's gradually moved to the downside. Yes, 2 days ago we had this bearish engulfing candle, very strong candle right at the resistance, and we are waiting the market to push the downside. I said that if I will get involved with that, I will go to the lower time frames, and I'm not going to initiate trades on the daily chart, simply because the market has this behavior. It has a behavior of higher lows, and equal high. That's an ascending triangle continuation pattern. An ascending triangle, usually it has bullish implications. So if I wanted to initiate, or if we wanted to initiate some trades right here, traders, then if we see the market coming up to here and then push to the upside, we wouldn't like it, because we wouldn't have make at least 2-to-1 reward to risk. So it's better when these uncertainties they come, but we are at a strong level of support resistance, and we don't have room to move on the daily chart, 4-hour chart, at least 2-to-1. Then we can go down to the lower time frames, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, and try to capitalize on some moves. Theo, is it on MT5 an indicator to show all market sessions? Oh, I have no idea, Cherry. I'm not really good at that. I just know the times. Based on my time zone, I just know that 10 a.m. my time, it's the London Open. 3 p.m. my time, it's a New York Open. Usually I'm sleeping during the Asian Open, but okay. I know on TradingView there is a great session break lines, but I don't know on MT5 if there is such a feature. Gas still pushing to the downside. Silver, the same, sideways here. Bitcoin, we put this bearish engulfing yesterday. I do expect, look guys, the market here clearly, it has some orders to fill, all right? And at this point here, I still see the market that it has some retracement. From an absolute technical point of view, and not from a fundamental point of view. I'm a technical analyst, I'm a technical trader. I just see here that there is room for the price to move. And then I see also this area here that the market maybe desperately needed to come all the way down to gain some momentum before it continued to the upside. We're going to keep an eye on these areas. Let's see the trade we have. It's the euro against the Canadian dollar. We took it from this bearish engulfing. Now we will see if the market is going to follow through. If not, then that's fine. Let's check also our indices. But before that, I would like to have got the premium analytic portals. And for those who join us for first time, ladies and gentlemen, here at Admiral Markets, we have the premium analytic. Here at Admirals, excuse me, we have the premium analytic portal that you can, you have your research terminal, you have technical insight, you have the confidence, the sentiment of traders. For example, it says that it's 70% confidence of the pound US dollar to move to the upside, and it can stay there for 8 days. Then on the technical insight, if you click on the currency pair or on the instrument you're interested, you're going to go to this portal, and you have, based on all technical indicators, you have signals. So it says that because of the commodity channel index, it's behaving this way. Then it's you can buy at this price, and you can have your stop loss at this price. So it gives you insight. I use it a lot to validate some. You can use it to validate some of your ideas, or if you don't know from where you start your day trading, you can always refer here, and it's very helpful. So for today's top headline, what's going on in the world that can affect the stock market, the currency market? China services manufacturing activity rebounded sharply in January. Biden administration considers cutting off Huawei from U.S. suppliers. Israel drone strike hit Iranian weapon facility. Flight Center to acquire UK luxury travel brand Scott Dunn. U.S. presses Gulf state EU to boost aid for drought hit Somalia. Samsung Electronics operating profit falls 69% on lower tech demand. So smart investors, what do? They buy low. What do we want to do? We want to buy low. If you are holding investing account with us, and you can simply open your application, you can find Samsung if you would like to invest, and you can just buy and hold. Pretty simple. And what's on the calendar for today? Let me refresh. All these news affect the euro, obviously. So we do expect the GDP growth rate at 10 o'clock. So in 12 minutes, 10 o'clock local time, we expect to see some weakness due to the GDP growth rate. If we're going to see some weakness here, maybe the euro will follow and will also get weakened. Let's go back to the charts. DAX 40 pre-market launch traders Let's go to the daily chart. Yesterday, I called something on the DAX. I don't know from those who participate on the webinar yesterday, if you got involved. We were here. That was the 1 hour pre-market open. I'm talking about the London Open and not German stock market. All right. So we do have this break here. And I said we can find a way to the short side. Here we were at resistance. At that point at 10 a.m., we had this rejection, this dodgy with a long leg here. Some people, they can call it Graverstone. Or pin bar rejection, whatever, or and we initiate some trades. I got involved into right this spot here. My stop loss was just a little bit above, and for some scalping up to right here, I closed the position. It was in less than 5 minutes. But if traders, you enter right here at the break of this 1 hour candle to the downside, you should have got a decent reward to risk. And that was over. That was the move for the day, for the open at least. All right. So today, let's check the daily. We are at this area of 1 second. We are at this area of sideways move, let's call it. All right. Although so many rejections of the lower prices traders, can you see that here? Rejected, and at the same time, we didn't see buyers to push the price higher. So if we want to have a better idea when we go down to the lower time frames, so right now we are coming into an area of the seller zone somewhere here, let's say. Also, we have this area here. We are in the seller zone, in my opinion. That's where we are currently. I'm waiting for the London Open before I trade the DAX. All right, 10:05, 10:10. I'm looking for some price action here on the 5 minute, or other traders I know, and it's something I used to do many years ago. I was taking the 1 hour pre-market, pre-London Open 1 hour before, and try to see the high, the low, and some breakout of that box in either direction, just for some scalping. Okay, but now I take it, the strategy I developed, I take it a step further. I would like to see the direction of the daily chart. I would like to see the price action of the previous day. It's really important, guys. The price action, it's the most #1 leading indicator, not even the volume that we have on the MetaTrader or the volume we get for Forex and indices on the trading view. These are not the actual trading amount of money that they are trading on the exchange. These are the ticks, the clicks, how many times this asset has been bought and sold. All right. So but not necessarily the volume, how much money had been traded in this instrument. So today, would like to see, now we are in this uptrend. We would like to see if we get some rejections here, right at the London Open. Maybe it can help us for some scalping to touch that toe, that high. Where can we get the volume, David? The simplest way to do on MT5 to get the volume in ticks. That's what the volumes we get on MT5. We go insert indicators. Is it on the custom? No, it's on the volume indicators. You press volume, you just play with your colors, with the lines if you want, and here is what you have. All right, so each bar represents the candlestick on the time frame you are referring to. But usually when we want to the actual market volume, either we pay some thousands every month to get them from major banks, or I don't know if there are brokers, they are using their they develop their own interface for trading, and they do provide actual market volume. In my 10 years experience, I haven't met someone to give accurate volume so far. Yes, Kyle, yesterday we said we should work for opportunity on the yen pairs, and I posted on the Telegram channel that we didn't get that opportunity because the markets were just simply trading higher high. On the daily chart, we are in a downtrend. We were at resistance, so ideally would like to sell. But on the 5-minute charts, and 15-minute charts, we had this series of higher highs and higher lows. So we didn't have the opportunity to get into the short side. US dollar index daily chart, it's making this round bottom, as you can see. This week it's the non-farm payroll event, so keep an eye on. And also we have interest rates. Guys, did you have a chance to listen to the podcast? The podcast is ready. It's on our website. Let me just go through one more time because it's really important if you didn't have the opportunity to, or some people, they don't even know where to find it. So here is the website. You go to Analytics, Weekly Trading Podcast. You click, you scroll down, and either you're going to play it from here, or like most of the people, they do scroll down and you download it on your device. Okay, every single Monday I record. Can the podcast be posted on Spotify? Yes, it is on Spotify. If you click here on Spotify, you can get the podcast. But if you find something that is not working properly, please let us know. So we will fix it. Here is where you can find the podcast. It's a great tool to get informed about the market, the major news events on a weekly basis. Yes, Ademola, please check it. It's on Spotify. This is the Instagram channel, guys, and I will share with you the Telegram channel, of course. Here is a Telegram channel, so please feel free to join us. And of course, the YouTube channel, especially those who join us from the YouTube, you know the YouTube address. I will appreciate if you give us a thumbs up, if you subscribe on the channel. And we have so many exciting things coming and developing. And something we're going to do this month, it's a schedule. I will live interview Steve Nielsen, the gentleman who introduced to the Western world the candlesticks, what we trade on the charts on a daily basis. Someone brought them here, and I will have the privilege and honor to have an exclusive 1-hour interview, and that will be not streaming live on YouTube. That will be exclusively for those who want to register through Admirals website. And that's the last thing I will send you now, the webinar, and you can just register. So to develop your education and also to not miss Steve Nielsen's webinar. All right, this the market talk. Steve Nielsen, it's the next one, February 23rd. Please click here and sign up. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a privilege and honor to host this webinar for you. If something I see on the charts later on, I will post it on the Telegram. So please have your notification buttons on. And I look forward to see you tomorrow again at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.